Yo, what it is, the one, the only boy. What do I know? Boxing. Back at you with part two of Mayweather fans versus Canelo fans. The war that they're at that's basically unnecessary. It's basically I forgot to bring up a topic, one point that I had to make to the Canelo fans who like to say that Mayweather was too or that Canelo was too green when he fought Floyd. Um, just a brief part two, man. Definitely want to bring this in, so let's go ahead and just bring it in now.
The punch stats show that he only landed 19% of his punches. I'd like your comment on that, and also, are you hopeful that your next fight will be against Canelo Alvarez?
Well, I just came off a solid victory tonight, and like I said before, I'm closer to 40 than I'm to 21, so I feel like I'm in a position to take some time off, talk it over with Al Heyman, talk it over with my father, and Larry and the rest of my team and see what we come up with. I don't want to just, he's a young guy. I'm not saying that Floyd Mayweather's not going to duck or dodge anyone, but I'm at the pinnacle in the sport. I earned my stripes. You don't get to this point, by working. I worked hard for 17 years to get to this point. So I'm not in a rush. Canelo Alvarez is a hell of a fighter. But when I seen him against Trout, I thought the fight was a lot closer than they judged the fight, because I think Trout he wasn't landing big shots, but he was more active. But like I said before, that's not for me to worry about. My job is to keep going out there and racking up victories and being the best Floyd Mayweather that I can be.
Now that was an important topic that I actually thought I touched on, but I didn't. When I went back and watched it, I actually forgot to even bring this up. But it's definitely important that I bring it up for those who again say that Canelo was too green to fight Floyd. In that post fight video, the reason why I showed that because for a lot of you guys don't know this. The Austin Trout versus Canelo fight was supposed to be on the undercard of Mayweather Guerrero. Okay? Mayweather wanted Guerrero to fight on the undercard. Mayweather wanted Canelo to fight on the undercard of Mayweather versus Guerrero. Canelo then pointed out, he said that, I'll agree to fight you if you agree to fight me in September. And Floyd, being Floyd, he was like, nah, you're not finna run nothing on my card. So, basically you can do your own thing and I'll just do mine, because you're not gonna run anything. Everybody then immediately thought that Floyd Mayweather was going to avoid Canelo Alvarez. Everybody said that Floyd was going to duck him. We're not going to get Floyd versus Canelo. They were already mad because at that time we didn't get Floyd versus Pacquiao. They were saying that we're not going to get Floyd versus Canelo. They even asked Floyd, what you just saw was a clip of Floyd Mayweather versus Robert Guerrero's post-fight conference. And obviously they asked Floyd about the Canelo fight. Now everybody that knows Floyd and seen any of Floyd's interview, Floyd doesn't answer a question in the way that we want to hear it. He answers his way. Sometimes people perceive it as him tapping around the answer. Sometimes people, perceives it as him avoiding the question or whatever. But he doesn't answer a question directly. He often answers it the way he chooses to. So even with him stating that he just came off of a fight, not basically saying, yes, I want to fight Canelo next, people were criticizing Floyd. They were like I said, they were already saying, hey, we're not going to get the Pacquiao. We're already not getting the Pacquiao fight at the time. Like I said, you have to remember this was 2013. It was like, man, we can't even get him versus Canelo and all this type of stuff. So it's like, that's why I find it funny for the Canelo fans to sit here and say that Floyd was too green. Canelo was too green. When indeed he wasn't, bro. Indeed, Canelo wasn't green, man. He was a level fighter, bro. He was damn near had the same amount of fights Floyd had. I think Floyd had like 44. Canelo had like 42. And he was a great fighter back then. Again, obviously he's improved, but that doesn't take away. You can't use that. The fact that Canelo improved from the Mayweather fight, you can't use that against Mayweather and say, well, he didn't fight. He fought a green Canelo, because no, Canelo was not green. Once and for all, bro, he was not green. So, I definitely wanted to touch on this, because it's just like it's an ongoing feud, and it's just really irritating, man, because it's like, bro, both of these fighters are great fighters. To me, Canelo has the chance, in my opinion, he has a chance to be top three greatest fighters out of Mexico. He already made history by becoming the first Mexican undisputed champion. Not only that, but being the first undisputed champion at 168 as well. So Canelo, the sky's the limit for Canelo. He's still young. He still had. I mean, it's just the sky's the limit for him. I honestly can't wait to see what Canelo has more to offer. I think his fight against Bivol is a great fight that people are not giving him credit for. I think Bivol is a worthy opponent. That's a dangerous fight, and I'm gonna stay tuned. I'm gonna do a prediction video on that. I don't know if Canelo's gonna win that fight or not yet. I mean, obviously, if it goes to a scorecard, you got to pick Canelo, and that's another thing, man. Canelo. Oh my gosh, bro, these judges, man. You know, the funniest thing to me is when I see a Canelo fan try to criticize a fighter about a scorecard. And not just the Canelo fan. I'm talking about you, the diehard Canelo fans, like the fanboys. When they try to criticize a fighter about a scorecard, and it's like, fam, you're a fanboy of Canelo Alvarez. I don't think that you have that right to say anything about somebody's scorecard. I mean, to this day, can anybody please tell me what Adelaide Bird was thinking when she put Canelo beating Triple G 10 rounds to 2, like, in the first fight? Like, come on, man. But anyways, bro, drop a comment, man. Please, let's deaden this war. Both fighters are great. Let them be great at their own paths, man. But what do I know?